Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston. Chapter 5, Tales of the Ultonian Cycle. Cuchulain assumes arms. When he was older, and near the time when he might assume the weapons of manhood, it chanced one day that he passed close by where Cathbad, the druid, was teaching to certain of his pupils the art of divination and augury. One of them asked of Cathbad for what kind of enterprise that same day might be favorable, and Cathbad, having worked a spell of divination, said, "The youth who should take up arms this day will become of all men in Erin most famous for great deeds, yet will his life be short and fleeting." Cuchulain passed on as though he marked it not, and when he came before the king, "What wilt thou?" asked Connor. "To take up the arms of manhood," said Cuchulain. "So be it," said the king. But he gave the lad 2 great spears, but Cuchulain shook them in his hand, and the staves splintered and broke. And so he did with many others, and the chariots in which they set him to drive he broke to pieces with stamping of his foot, until at last the king's own chariot of war and his 2 spears and sword were brought to the lad, and these he could not break, do what he would. So this equipment he retained. And certainly we want to ride superior equipment, but the Hound of Cuchulain and the soothsayers, whether they are getting messages from spirits or not, they're often, it's remembered how they're accurate. But if you compare things, very few are 100%, and how many would have said something like that? But the one, because there must have been a lot of people out there saying stuff, if there was magic schools going on.